Everyone, it's Miss Spencer. Today we'll be creating and interpreting line plots. The chart to the right shows how high each student jumped. Use the information to create a line plot. Then use the line plot to answer the questions on the next slide. So we're going to use the information in this chart to create a line plot. Let's start by creating a number line. First, what we're going to do is figure out what we're going to start our number line at. We do that by finding the smallest number in our chart, which would be 1 3/4. So we look at the whole number and see that the whole number is 1. That means our number line is going to start at 1. Now we're going to see what we need to end our number line at. Well, if we ended the number line at 2, then we wouldn't be able to plot 2 1/4 because 2 1/4 is bigger than 2. So we actually need to end our number line at 3 in order to plot Shania's height jump. So now what we're going to do is break each whole into 4 equal parts because the denominator is 4. So we'll break 1 and 2 into 4 equal parts and 2 and 3 into 4 equal parts. Now let's label each part. We have 1 1/4, 1 2/4, 1 3/4, and then 1 4/4, which is the same as 2 wholes. 2 1/4, 2 2/4, 2 3/4, and then 2 4/4, which is the same as 3. Now that we've plotted these, we've created our number line, we're going to plot the points from the chart. AJ jumped a total of 1 3/4 meters. So we're going to find 1 3/4 on the number line and put an X above it. Shania, she jumped 2 1/4 meter. So we're going to find 2 1/4 on the number line and put an X above it. Alice jumped 2 meters. So we're going to find 2 and place the 2 above it, or an X above it. And Lucian also jumped 2 meters. So we're going to place a second X above the 2 because 2 students jumped 2 meters. Let's use this information to help interpret the line plot on the next slide. What is the highest a person jumped? So we're going to take a look at the line plot that we have up here. We're going to find the biggest number that it has at least one X above it, and that would be 2 1/4 meters. So the highest that someone jumped was 2 1/4 meters. Although these here, 2 2/4, 2 3/4, and 3 meters are larger numbers, there are no X's above them, meaning no one jumped that height. 2 1/4 meters is the highest that someone jumped because there's at least one X above it. What is the shortest height a person jumped? Now we're going to go ahead and find the smallest number that has at least one X above it, and that would be 1 3/4 meters. Although 1 1/4, and 1 2/4 are smaller numbers, there are no X's above them, meaning no one jumped this distance. So 1 3/4 meters is the shortest height jumped because there's at least one X above it. What height was jumped most often? This is where we're going to find the number that has the most X's above it, and that would be 2 because there are 2 X's above it, meaning 2 people jumped 2 meters. So the height that was jumped the most often was 2 meters. Finally, if the total height that was jumped was redistributed, so everyone jumped the same height, how far would each person jump? This is where we're going to add the heights together to find the total height that all students jumped, and then we'll divide it by the number of people that jumped. So we'll take a look at the line plot. We see 1 3/4 here. Then we're going to add 2 plus 2 again, since there's 2 X's above the 2, plus 2 1/4. When we add this together here at the bottom, we get 7 4/4, which is the same as 8. So if we were to add up the distance or the height that every student jumped, we would have a total height of 8 meters. We're now going to divide that 8 meters by 4 people, since there were 4 people that had been in this competition. We know it's 4 because there are 4 X's here. 8 meters divided by 4 people means that each person would have jumped 2 meters. So the average height that a person jumped is 2 meters.